WNEP proudly presents the premier outdoor show in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, your window to the great outdoors. Tonight on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life.
We'll take you to Lake Erie for a trout fishing trip you have to see to believe. We'll change gear a few times and we'll land a few dandies.
If you're ready to wet a line, Pennsylvania Outdoor Life starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, and what you are looking at is the vast expanse of Lake Erie. We are just outside of the town of Northeast Pennsylvania. I'm Don Jacobs along with Ken Hunter, and boy, we are going to get you psyched up for next week's opening of the Pennsylvania trout season by doing some actual trout fishing right now.
Boy, Jake, are we ever. You know, I was up here a few weeks ago with Jerry Bush and Kevin Goodwill and did a little fishing, just enough to whet my appetite. They invited us back up to do some fly fishing for steelhead, and we are here, and boy, are we getting into the fish.
They come in for a couple of reasons. First of all, they come in to spawn. It depends on which streams they're released from. Each year, the Pennsylvania Fish Commission releases 1.1 million fish, smolts, and it takes about 2 years for them to come back. About 1/10 of them come back, or make it back. I shouldn't say they don't all try to come back. A lot of them fall victim to predation and whatnot. About 1/10 of them come back. They come in to spawn. They come in for the warmer water. Right now, if we were probably 10 miles east of here, there's still ice on the lake floating around out there. So the ice is still, or the lake is still very cold compared to the tributaries. So the fish like 55-degree water, 50 to 55, and the creek water is warmer than the lake water right now, and that's drawing them in for that too.
See where they're coming up out of the lake right? See them right there?
Oh yeah,
see them coming out of the lake?
They're monsters.
Look at them right in here. Yeah, pick out the dart. Right in front of you, Jerry, there's probably a dozen.
Do you target an area or do you target a fish, or?
I try, in here, you target an area.
Right.
If you're fishing like what we've got coming in, you try to target the fish.
Okay.
3 or 4 feet in front of them. That's probably, good 7-8 pounder right there.
These are all steelhead?
These are all steelhead. The method that we use here on the streams is called the bounce and float method. Your nymph will be at the end. We use 2 or 3 small split shots, 6 to 18 inches depending on the depth of the water and the speed of the water. And what that does is the split shot will bounce, which makes the nymph float above, and that's why it's called the bounce and float. We fish nothing but small nymphs. Believe it or not, 12 and 14 size hooks. I tie all my own flies. Most of the patterns that I use with my customers, you can't get them anywhere but me. I've been fishing about 30 years, kind of learned the patterns, make up my own patterns, and they seem to do real well.
Now this is your own pattern, you said?
This is my own pattern.
And what is it basically?
All it is peacock herl,
right?
Used as a body, and then we use a touch of pheasant tail for the tail, and then it's just brown dubbing.
That
over
little
top.
hook's gonna land me a 6-pound fish.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. Keep your rod up. Stand still. Don't chase a fish. Let the fish do what it wants to do. Take your time. You're looking at maybe 5-6 minutes.
Look at the size of that fish.
That's probably.
Okay.
I like it, Jake. I like it. That's why I'm back.
Let them run. Yeah, that's a good legal.
Yeah, he sucked that right
That's
in.
good legal.
Suck it in right over here.
I told you you'd like to fly. He is nowhere near ready.
I see he'll probably do this for a while, then he'll take off on a mad rush, I suppose.
You'll get one good run out of him probably. I just want to keep your rod tip up and just keep pressure. If he wants to run a little bit, let him run.
As soon as I got it within 2 or 3 inches, he sucked it in. If it was 6-8 inches away, then...
Yeah, they won't.
How big do they have to be?
They have to be 15 inches.
15 inches?
Yeah, 15 inches.
That's more than 15.
Oh, that's probably 22 to 25. Okay, that's what we want. We want him to run a little bit.
Look at that.
We want him to run a little bit, tire himself out. Let him have the line if he wants to go. If he's
doing some serious head shaking. Whoa, boy, is he out.
If he starts running and you block that line, he'll snap it.
Let him go.
Let him go. He takes you to the lake, then you'll go for a walk.
That's a big fish, bud. That's not bad. That's about 5 or 6 pounds.
That's a good 6-pounder.
That's amazing. Here we are in about what? 8, 10 feet
Eight.
across?
Yeah.
And there's 3 or 4 more of them laying in here about the same size.
Now he's starting to go up.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Good size.
We're getting there.
Nice job there, Mr. Hunter.
Good job netting, man. Look, that
Male, female, what is it?
Hold on here. It's a male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us why.
And you got a little kype here. A little kype. The females will not have this. They will have a real rounded. This is a, I'd say probably 7-pound fish. Close, 6.5 maybe. It's a good hook set.
Yeah.
Nice and legal.
Suck that in.
Wrapped around.
Okay, I got him.
That's beautiful. That's a steelhead.
That's a steelhead. Which definitely is a male.
Mountain milk. Boy, what a beauty. What a beauty. Oh, my goodness.
That fish is probably 3 to 4 years old.
I think we're going to keep this one, Jerry.
What do we got here for length? We go from the tip of the kype to the tip of the tail at about 25.5.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
4 pounds.
I'd say 5. 4.5 to 5.
I'm going to go with the 5.
What do you got there?
Whoa, 6'1".
Yeah.
6 pounds, yeah.
6 Whoa.
Most of the streams that we fish are less than 50 yards wide. Water runs anywhere from 18 inches to 4 feet deep. The fish start running late September. They run all the way through till about the middle of March. Fish on. Yeah, that's a dandy.
All right.
I think it was legal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
She just got wrapped around.
Yes, it is.
Yep. She got wrapped around and then pulled it out and then stuck it in the lower lip. That is a legal fish.
Male, female?
That is a male. See the distinctive kype he's got here?
Yeah.
That is definitely a male.
All right.
There you go. Congratulations, Jake. Nice fish.
Next, look at how silvery that is, too, huh?
That's an older fish.
Is it?
That's been in the creeks for probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Definitely keepable.
Oh, definitely keepable.
Now, that one was lip hook, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice fish.
Nice male.
Congratulations.
All right,
Jake.
man.
Well, we want to thank Kevin and Jerry. Boy, we've been up here. They know what they're doing, Jake. These guys know how to put you on fish, as we well know. We've been into them ever since we got here. Constant action on the fly rod.
You know, and I can't believe that I wasn't quite aware of what it meant, a steelhead run,
Yeah.
fishing in small streams like this.
Isn't it amazing, though?
It is absolutely amazing, and what's amazing about it is you don't need to use a fly rod,
No.
and you don't need a lot of big equipment. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to have more from Lake Erie as we try our hand out with the spinning rod.
Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. We're here, of course, at Lake Erie on one of the many streams that dump into this lake. And this gets a good steelhead run. A lot of them do, Jake. And we're going to give it another try today with some different equipment, spinning rods. I'm using some salmon eggs,
Yep.
light line.
Yep, salted shiners,
Yeah.
salmon egg sacks.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Kevin said 4-pound test and a 14 hook is all you need.
We were fishing 5-foot spin casts, ultralights with 4-pound test line. We were using a size 14 hook and salted shiners.
And even the salmon eggs can seem to do well.
Yes, they did. Fish, some fish will hit shiners, some fish will hit the eggs. Some fish won't hit nothing but flies. It just depends.
He was laying there, and I kept putting the salted shiner right down in front of it, and finally it just came right up and opened its mouth. Whack! Now, if I can land him on, what, this 4-pound test?
This is 4.
And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of guys that would come up here just to fish for ultralights.
Oh, yeah.
Ultralights. And the same would be true of the
fly rods.
Yep.
Nice head shakes.
And you could feel it on this.
Yeah, on the ultralight, you can feel it.
Every time it shakes its head, you can feel it.
Yes, there you go.
There you go is right. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Man. Oh, thank you. Look at it.
Nice male.
Look at the hook. Again, look at the hook set on that. Barely.
Look at that.
Look at that is right. That was it. It was the way that it was. We were trying to keep it, you know, the line on the side of its mouth. Look at that fish. Big male, right?
Yep, big male.
Little hook jaw. Look at the teeth on it on the end. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What a great experience.
The fish that we're catching now are not a fresh run fish. They are something that has staged in the lake over the winter. And now that the ice has broke, these fish are going to start to run in.
Are they a trout? Are they a salmon? Tell me a little bit about what a steelhead is.
Steelhead is the strain that we get here is derived from the Pacific Northwest, and they are a lake-run rainbow trout. The steelhead comes from the color that they are when they run fresh. They're real silver on the bottom, they're real black on top, and it looks like steel.
Okay.
And that's where they get their steelhead.
So they are an honest-to-God rainbow
trout. Yes, sir.
Why a number 14 hook? I felt like I was going after a whale with a sardine hook. What's that all about?
Smaller the better, believe it or not. A lot of the guys come up and they try to fish these 8s and 10s. It's too big. It scares the fish. The smaller the better.
I talked to Kevin, and he said some of the same methods for trout that I've used back home might work, so I thought I'd try a number 12 hook.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try just some plain salmon eggs.
Just the regular ones that we would use.
Yeah, just that way a person wanting to try some of his regular trout.
And these work real well.
Yeah.
So
that color is a good color.
And see how that works, and that way we'll each have something different.
Let's give it a crack.
See what happens.
All right.
I like the 5-foot ultralights only because of the feel of the fish. It's an awesome feel. You have to let the fish do what it was, light drag, and just let the fish run.
How's the fight?
I'll tell you what, they're great. I don't care how many of these you catch, it's every bit as much fun the next time.
Now you had a couple on yesterday with the fly, one today with the spinning rod. Yep. You like this?
Yeah, you know what? I think I enjoyed the fly rod more, but I also like to do this. I think anybody coming up here, Jake, whatever you like, it's going to work. Either method. I don't think they'll have any trouble catching fish.
All right. Nice.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. That's a good fish.
You're welcome. Nice fish.
Oops, sorry. Fish.
Little male.
I'll tell you, look at always holding that fish. Look at that.
This is my favorite time because, like you, I'm into bow hunting and deer hunting and squirrel hunting or anything in the fall. But the fall run is actually the best run. We get a lot more fish in the fall than in the spring. But the spring just happens to be my favorite time. Besides that, I mean, we've been cooped up for the winter. It's great to get out here.
All right.
All right.
Nice fish.
Nice job, bud.
Nice fish.
Thank you.
I run nothing but a stream guide business. No lake fishing. It's all tributary streams. East side mostly. We do nothing and our target only steelhead fish.
Now, when you say east side, that's the east side of Erie?
East side of Erie.
Of the town of Erie.
Of the town of Erie. Once you catch one, I'll have you back. Once you catch one, I'll have you back.
14 hook, 4-pound tests, spinning rods, unbelievable. So far we have caught trout on this 3-day trip with everything, with salmon eggs, salted shiners. We actually caught them on every fly. You had flies that I've never heard of. Sucker sacks or something you were calling?
Simple flies too, yeah. Just a little bit of yellow yarn. That's all it was. Yeah.
It was a great trip.
Oh yeah.
More information coming up about Kevin's guide service in Lake Erie, and we have more of Pennsylvania Outdoor Life right here from the shore, right?
You got to come up. We're having a ball.
Lake Erie, Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Stick around. We're going to take a short break. We'll have much more.
Welcome back to the shores of Lake Erie. Here we are doing Pennsylvania Outdoor Life Show, having a great time, Jake. Our trout season is going to start next Saturday. And let's go to field staff member right now. Bob Hawkins is going to give us a good tip.
Equally as important as selecting the right rod and reel, proper line, and the right hook is being able to tie an exceptionally strong knot. The knot which I'd like to demonstrate for you today is called a Palomar knot. And it is an application you'd use this as tying the line to terminal tackle, be it a spinner or a hook, as I'm going to show you today. In order to tie this knot, what you want to do is be able to take the line, pass it through the eye of the hook, pull the tag through maybe 3-4 inches, just enough line that you're able to pass it back through the eye of the hook again, like so. Holding on to this loop here, pulling the tag up, and leave yourself enough room that you're able to basically wrap that around your finger here and tie an overhand knot, like so. You'll pull that tight, open that loop back up, and slide the hook back through the loop. At this point, you'll pull your line tight, take your nail clippers, clip that tag off as close as you can to the eye of the hook, and there you have your Palomar knot. I'm Bob Hawkins, and that's your field tip for the week.
Hey, we want to thank Bob Hawkins for that really important tip, Jake, on how to keep that hook to the line. That's very important. That's
Back to the basics.
Yeah, very basic.
Back to the basic. Take a look at this.
As we speak.
Our guide Kevin hooks up with another dandy steelhead here at the mouth of this stream dumping into Lake Erie.
Wow.
Memories are made right here by steelhead fishermen every day. If you manage to make a memory, catch it on a photo, and have sent it to us, it comes out to be Pennsylvania people and places just like this.
We opened this week's edition of Pennsylvania People and Places with a successful angler. Ken Klinger Jr. of Atlas is seen here with the 20-inch channel catfish that he caught out of the Susquehanna River near Danville. Nice going, Ken.
That's a nice caddy. Nelson Hill of Nazareth caught this 21-inch pickerel out of the ice in February. Nelson was fishing at Loch Lomond Lake in Pike County when this 2.5-pounder took the bait. We can only hope that Nelson's Pennsylvania Outdoor Life hat brings him more luck in the future.
I'm sure it did. Our next photo comes to us from Shamokin in Northumberland County. Jim Ziegler of Shamokin caught this 2.5-pound, 22-inch lake trout while fishing on Raystown Lake in November. Jim tells us that he booked this memorable fishing trip for his father's birthday. Nice going, Jim, and happy birthday, Dad.
Here's a group of happy anglers. Mark Fenstemacher of Bath sent us this photo of the group of stripers he and a group of his friends caught through the ice of Lake Wallenpaupack. From left to right are Joseph, Mark, and PJ Fenstermacher, and kneeling is Rachel Zellner. The stripers measured from 23 to 37 inches and weighed 15 to 19 pounds. Great catch, gang.
Rich Capson of Dallas shot this hen on the opening day of this year's fall turkey season. Rich's bird weighed 11 pounds and was taken with his favorite gun, his Mossberg 835 Ultra Mag. He tells us that this was just one of a flock of 20 birds.
Okay, and now let's look at some successful deer hunters. Sparky Cornell shot this 6-pointer on the second day of the rifle season in Clinton County. Sparky got the shot of this buck after it was pushed out by another hunter. Nice going, Sparky.
And Kevin Blank of Ashland is seen here with his first deer. Kevin shot this doe in Schuylkill County during the 2003 youth hunt while hunting with his father. Congratulations, Kevin.
Yeah, nice going. 12-year-old Brian Jones of Waymart shot his first buck last year. Brian shot this 6-point buck on his grandparents' farm on December 6th with the help of his grandfather, Cliff. His deer sported a 19-inch spread, and he intends on having it mounted. I'm sure you should.
David Stoll of 40 Fort harvested this 11-pointer back in November with a bow. David's buck field dressed at over 200 pounds and was estimated to be up around 5.5 years old. This buck was taken in Bradford County.
And if this photo doesn't get you excited for the spring gobbler season, we don't know what will. Gary Giordano of Dingman's Ferry bagged his 20-pound gobbler on the last Saturday of the spring season. Gary's bird had a 9-inch beard and sported 7/8-inch spurs. He tells us that this beauty is now on his wall, just strutting for all to see. Congratulations, Gary. With this successful turkey hunter, we will put a close to this week's edition of Pennsylvania People and Places.
Hey, thank you for those great photos. Keep sending them to us. We look forward to it.
Yes, now we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll see if Kevin lands this fish, and we'll have information on how you can get in touch with everybody we made contact with here on Lake Erie. It doesn't get much better than this anywhere you go. Kevin, I have to say thank you very much for getting us hooked up.
Thank you very much for coming. I hope you
Great
enjoyed
job,
yourself.
man. Hey, and now here's how you can get in touch with Kevin to find out how to enjoy this great activity.
Kevin Goodwill calls himself the Weekend Guide, and to get in touch with him, you can dial 814-725-3805, or you can check out his website at theweekendguide.20m.com. And for general information about Lake Erie and the Erie area, check them out on the web at visiteeriepa.com.
Kevin, thanks a lot. This has been a wonderful time. You're a great guide, man. You came through when the pressure was on. Let's go back and do some more fishing, Jake.
And we are going to wrap things up for Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Be sure to watch next weekend, a half-hour special on the opening day of the Pennsylvania trout season. For everybody here at Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, enjoy the great outdoors.
So long now.
Pennsylvania Outdoor Life is a local presentation of WNEP-TV. We're proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Catch the big ones.